The CRC framework stands for use cases, risks, and costs, and it's an ideal framework to use during meetings and conversations when presenting an idea, proposal, new feature, or design solution to your team or clients. It helps gather feedback and effectively discuss key topics such as use cases, risks, and costs. For that reason, there are 3 basic questions you can ask during this session. The first one is, are there any use cases that need further exploration? The second one is, are there any risks that need to be mitigated or that may prevent progress? And the final question is, can any cost be reduced or are there concerns about potential costs? Let's go over the details and some of the questions you can ask to keep everyone engaged and tap into everyone's knowledge. If the meeting or feedback is requested asynchronously, make sure to start by adding a due date and assigning all participants to the session. Then secondly, provide a video explaining the topic or proposal. If you're doing this during a live meeting, remove step 1 and proceed to the following sections. The first section is use cases. Evaluate if any use cases need further exploration or if there are any users or stakeholders that require special consideration. Ask questions like, should anyone be excluded from these changes? Encourage everyone to think about and add their answers. Then move to risks. Evaluate risks, limitations, and dependencies. Ask questions like, do you foresee any risks that would require immediate intervention or mitigation? Or this other question, what is your main concern with this initiative? Or this one, what are the limitations that based on your experience exist or should be considered now? And what would you consider essential? And who could help us reduce risks and avoid mistakes? Capture everyone's answers. Then move to cost. If the costs are already clear, provide that information. If not, share potential timelines and ask stakeholders about any additional costs necessary for success. Ask questions like, what else should we account for to achieve the objective effectively? Or even ask a question to evaluate how you could reduce costs. Maybe ask a question like, how can we reduce cost? Or a question like this one, if you could remove one thing, what would you exclude from the scope to cut costs? Or this other question, what could speed things up? At the end of the session, leave space for people to add additional thoughts, comments, or questions. Ensure that by the end, all participants know the person leading the meeting or asynchronous feedback session. We'll follow up with the next steps and key conclusions from the discussion. Make sure to capture the conclusions here to keep all key decisions in one place and notify stakeholders and participants automatically. One more thing that can help you keep all decisions in one place. If you have another meeting related to this and a new decision is made or something changes, simply add another session to capture the updates. This way, all decisions stay organized in one place. You can also add a session for notes and customize it however you like.